Hello there, General Kenobi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have something very special to show you, and that is PokèWars. Yes, PokèWars, a combination of Star Wars characters mixed up with Pokemon characters. Have you ever wondered what the Star Wars characters would be like as Pokemon, or what types they would be, or just how they would look in terms of 3-star evolutions? Well, you've come to the right place, and this is also the first ever video I'm doing on this channel, so if you enjoy it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would just like to put a disclaimer out and give credit to Rye Spirit, who actually created these images in the first place, so all credit goes to him, and these are amazing bits of artwork. He's got loads of other great things, so I'll be linking him in the description, so please go check him out if you enjoy it. So let's start off with R2-D2. He is a steel and electric type, which would make sense. The description for him is an extremely well put together droid. R2-D2 would zap anyone who gets in his way. Yep, sounds about right. We all know the droid's been in 9 Star Wars films, and everyone loves him. So his baby version is R1D1, which actually is quite a funny little trash can, so he's also still an electric type, and the description for him is R1D1 often gets mistaken as a trash can, and he doesn't like that. He would zap anyone who disrespects him. So, literally, just a more baby, immature version of R2-D2, which sounds like something I would actually quite like to see. However, the evolution is R3D3, so they're going by that name route with the numbers. Also still an electric type, and the description for him is R3D3 is a war machine. No one would dare start anything with this bad boy, and in all honesty, if you compare the size of that to the other two, you would not. If you look, you can see R2-D2 is actually in a machine basically, and that alone with the size difference is massive, so he could probably take on a lot of other Star Wars characters on his own in that little thing, or big thing should I say. So there we have it, R2-D2 guys. Next up is everyone else's other favourite droid from 9 films, and that is C-3PO, who is a steel and fairy type. So the description for him is C-3PO is a protocol droid that can assist in etiquette, customs and translation, often boasting that he is fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, which everyone should know. And his baby version, which is, in my opinion, a really funny one, C3PO, like P like a baby. So that's also still in a fairy type, and the description for him is C3PO is a cute young protocol droid who cannot quite control his mechanical bladder, and he probably cannot talk in millions of communication. Probably can't talk at all. But they didn't classify that, and that's something I would actually be intrigued to know. And the evolution for C3PO is C3P old, which probably would sound about right. Again, still in fairy type. C3PO, C3P old is the greatest. He is full of wisdom and experience, though his bladder problem has returned to haunt him. So they've all of a sudden discovered this bladder problem with C3PO. Why? I do not know, but that's what they've gone with. So what did you think? And I like how they've brought back his little throne chair as like a little wheelchair for him as well in his old age. Next up, we have Chewbacca, who is a normal and fighting type Pokemon in this. So Chewbacca is known for his great strength, bravery, and loyalty. Chewbacca would show no qualms about using violence as a means to achieve his goals, which we know he is very strong. And his baby version is called Nibblebacca, who's also normal and fighting. Nibblebacca is a young and strong male Wookiee pup. He has yet to learn to stand on 2 legs, and he does look really cute actually. As a little puppy Nibblebacca. And then his evolution is Munchbacca. So they've gone with an eating themed name for this evolution chain. And Munchbacker is known for his quick fire and accuracy with his newly modified Bowcaster 2000. Munchbacker can take down a TIE fighter from really far, far away. Well, it looks like he's a bit more of a sniper. He looks like he might even have some sort of big sword or something. He does look like he would be absolutely gigantic if you think how big Chewbacca is. So think about how big Munchbacker is and how strong he is. Jesus. Next up we have Grand Jedi Master Yoda, who is a psychic type Pokemon. Yoda is a full sensitive Jedi Master who is small in stature but revered for his wisdom and power. And we have his baby version, which, due to the Mandalorian, you would expect it to be Baby Yoda. However, this looks completely different to Baby Yoda, which would actually be more of a child Yoda. So who knows, Baby Yoda could look like this, and he's called Yo-Yo, which is actually the same sort of length as Yoda's name, so if anything I'd maybe call him Yo, but maybe, just maybe, Baby Yoda will be called Yo-Yo, who knows. So Yo-Yo is an optimistic and playful child who loves using his force for fun. And then the evolution for Yoda, which, you know, Yoda was over 900 years old and he never evolved, so what it takes to be this, I will never know. But that is Baba Yoda, who is a psychic and dark type Pokemon, which is interesting because Yoda was never dark, which means Baba Yoda looks a bit more darker. Maybe that's why he never evolved, because he had to turn to the dark side for that. But Baba Yoda has given up all hope. He now resides alone deep in the forest in a hut standing on chicken legs. He would attack anyone who comes near. Fair enough. Next up we have BB-8, who is a steel and fire type Pokemon. BB-8 is a courageous and a playful droid who likes to roll around for fun, which we all know. His baby form is B4, which is basically just the top bit of his head without the big ball at the bottom, and B4 likes to hover around and whistles the Star Wars theme song. Interesting. And his evolution is Big Boy, and oh my, is he a big boy. He looks not as big as R2D3, or sorry, R3D3, but he still looks like a big boy. And Big Boy is a massive droid who can rip a TIE fighter apart and melt it with its flaming hands. That would be pretty impressive to see. Next up, we have Dio, who is a friendly, cheerful droid who has befriended BB-8, and he's a Steel-type Pokemon. His baby version is Pinto, and Pinto is often depressed to be a mocked for its small head constantly by other droids, which I don't really get why they've just given him a small head, but fair enough. And then his evolution is Radio, and he is quite big compared to the others. He looks like he would cause a racket. Radio is loud and proud, often singing the loudest hit in the galaxy. So there we have it. Here we have the Porgs, which are water and flying type Pokemon. Porgs can fly short distances, but not enough to leave their home island. And their baby versions, which I don't actually think we saw, but they're called Porglets, which look pretty cute. Porglets like swimming and often dives deep underwater to look for food. And the evolution, Porgiotto, which is quite clear who that's from. Porgiotto has outstanding vision, however, high it flies it is able to distinguish the movements of its prey. Okay then. Now we have arguably the most controversial character in the whole of Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks, who is a water-type Pokemon, which is interesting because his evolution actually changes throughout the whole process. So Jar Jar Binks, an unusual Gungan. What he lacks in brain cells he makes up for in luck, likeable to some but hated by many. And his baby version, which looks absolutely disgusting, is Jar Jar Stinks, which is a water and poison type Pokemon. A helpless blob, Jar Jar Stinks is covered in a thick, foul-smelling, poisonous goo. Everybody hates him. Yep, sounds about right. However, his evolution Jar Binks. Now that's a fairy and flying type Pokemon, which are completely different altogether, which is very, very rare as any Pokemon. Now Jar Binks can fly and sparkle in the sky like an angel. He is a joy to look at and everybody loves him, and that's something I don't think they would ever say about that character. Next up we have General Grievous, who is a dark type Pokemon. General Grievous is known for his cruelty and ruthlessness. Able to wield 4 lightsabers at once makes him incredibly powerful. His baby version is called Griefy, a spoilt brat who likes to pull pranks on his victims. Griefy once replaced a Jedi's lightsaber with a torch. The Jedi was surprised before being killed by his opponent. Well, you would be. And he does look like a very small baby version, which does look pretty cool. However, his evolution is called Good Grief, also a dark type Pokemon. And I'd like to just quickly point out, I think he should also be a steel type Pokemon, because General Grievous is also part droid. Wielding a total of 8 lightsabers at once, people have given him the name of Good Grief because that's all they say when they see him, instead of Obi-Wan, who would not be able to simply say, hello there. And I think if I saw someone with 8 lightsabers looking like that, I would probably not be able to do anything. Next up we have Mars Kanata, who is a psychic type Pokemon. A former pirate and smuggler, Mars is a friendly but strict force-sensitive leader who enjoys art. Now her baby version is Marzi. Marzi is a young pirate who likes to smuggle treasures, which looks like just a smaller version with some sort of purple hair. However, the older version is actually the smallest, and it's got some very weird eyes and spoons, bit like the Abracadabra Alakazam Pokemon. So that, and this one's called Mesmerize. Mesmerize has incredible force abilities, able to see the past, present, and future simultaneously. Just imagine if you could do all that at once; it would give you a massive migraine. Next up we have Admiral Ackbar, who is a water-type Pokemon. Admiral Ackbar likes to keep his mind sharp and his body flexible by regularly practicing Karshak against simulated stormtroopers. And his baby version is called Aqua, which is quite a cute baby. And Aqua is a timid little creature who is always afraid of traps, because you never know. However, his evolution, which looks absolutely massive, is called Aquarius, which is 15 meters tall to be exact. He is extremely powerful and always aware of nearby traps, so you can imagine he would be a hard enemy to get past. Next up we have Jawas, and they are dark type Pokemon. Jawas like to move in packs, scavenging droids and scraps to sell to the local residents. Now their baby version are called Jar, which are just the black little dark bit with which you can't see in the hood, it was just their eyes. Jars like to hide in the dark to avoid danger, often closing their eyes to blend into the darkness, which is very good camouflage. However, when all the Jawas group together, they form their final evolution group, or not their group, but they can form a group called the Wawawiwa, which looks absolutely massive and mental. How it forms, I do not know, but it creates a gigantic, powerful Wawawiwa, and there you have it. Last but not least, we have Jabba the Hutt, who is a ground and poison type Pokemon. Jabba the Hutt exemplifies lust, greed, and gluttony. He is a vile gangster who likes to torture and humiliate his subjects and enemies. However, his baby version is called Jabby, which just looks like a more dumb and stupid. He loves to eat. His other hobbies include burning bugs and bullying weak creatures his age. So it sounds like he always grew up a bully Jabba the Hutt. However, his evolution is Hubba the Hot. No, Hubba the Hot. Not Hubba the Hutt, Hubba the Hot. And he is a ground and fighting type. And he looks buff. He looks completely different. He is ashamed of his previous life. Jabba the Hutt decided to turn his life around by being kind to people, giving his earnings to those in need, as well as staying fit. Now, if Princess Leia never killed him, who knows, he could have turned out like Jabba the Hutt, and that would have been one heck of a difference, because Jabba the Hutt was around from the beginning. So who knows, in this new sequel trilogy which Disney brought out, he could have been like this, and brought him back. So there we have it, guys. All of the PokèWars. Let me know which was your favourite. If I had to pick a top three, I would probably pick R2-D2's evolution, along with the Jawas and Jabba the Hutt. They were my top three. Maybe Admiral Ackbar. But let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and see you next time.